Okay, well, thank you everyone for joining us today. We're just really excited to share a little bit more about our team. We called this just a coffee chat with the coaches because we really just want this to be a time for you to get to know us a little bit and our team and what we're all about. And as you can tell, and as you'll hear from all of us today, we're just ordinary people who just love helping others and are eager to do that and also provide financially for our families. And so really the goal, and we're going to take about an hour, maybe it might be a little bit less than that, we'll see here. The goal really here is to just kind of go through, what is a coach? What do we do every day? Maybe some of the concerns or hesitations that you've had in the past when it comes to coaching or things that you're nervous about, because we had the same things. And we're really just going to kind of walk you through a day in the life of a coach, a bunch of different things to really give you a solid understanding of what it is that we do. And then at the end, hopefully we'll have some time that we can open it up for any questions. But I have invited a few different coaches on our team to co-lead this with me. So you will get to meet them a little bit here as we go on. But as we get started, first I'll introduce myself. My name is Amber Kuiper, and I have 4 little kids. I live in St. Paul, Minnesota. And I started coaching when I had 4 kids under 4 years old, which was like absolutely insane. But I am so glad that I did it. And that, it's just crazy what it's turned into. I started coaching 3 years ago. And this is now what I do full time. I mean, I still work part-time hours, but I'm making full-time income. And it has just been like such a joy. So we wanted to start off and just kind of share a little bit about our team. So the bigger team that you would be on is called Ignition Mission. And so whoever invited you to this call or to watch the replay is on our team. And so really what's super cool about our team is that we just are one big happy family. The resources that we have are here for everyone. We really believe in equipping you with everything that you need to truly be successful as a coach so that you can have success and go on to help as many people as you possibly can. But really when it comes to, what makes our team different, it really comes down to the fact that we just truly believe in sharing our story. And we really believe in being 100% authentic, that you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have a perfect journey. You just have to be willing to sort of share your story and be open to what is going on in your life. Our most successful coaches are just raw and real and relatable. And the other thing that sets us apart is really that we are just like super excited for each other all the time. And we really focus on that team aspect of how can we help each other become better every day. So when you sign up to join our team, you're not just signed up, but you really have all the resources that you need to plug into, and you have people that care about you and that want you to succeed. There's always someone to ask questions to. There's always someone to get ideas from. And so really, when we think about our team, it's just that. We just really care about sharing our stories. We really believe that each and every single person was given a story for a reason, and it was to inspire someone else. And so we will do a lot of teaching of how you can share your story in an authentic way to really attract people, to help them to make a healthy change in their own life. So with that, I am going to toss it over to Bridget Wheeler, who is going to share a little bit first about what a coach does.
All right. Hello, everyone. So what a coach does, I was actually going to set my timer so I don't go over. What a coach does. So essentially there is 4 vital behaviors of what we do as coaches. And hold on. Okay. And the first one is being proof the product works. And so this will be, working out, drinking Shakeology like I am right now, but it's all about making progress, not perfection, or not being perfect. And so you don't have to try to be this perfect person or anything like that. It's all about making progress every single day of your own healthy lifestyle. The second one is personal development. And what I love about this one, it's all about building your confidence. You could be reading books, listening to audio books, podcasts, any way to expand and grow your mind, to better yourself as a person. The third one is inviting. Now, don't get scared about this one. This one is our team, we teach you how to invite in an authentic way, not any cold messaging or anything like that. When you're sharing your journey, people will see you being consistent, and then they'll sometimes reach out to you, but oftentimes they'll like it on your items, and you just, let them know what you're doing and invite them to a healthier lifestyle or even a more financially fit lifestyle if coaching were a great opportunity for them. And then fourth is recognition. And this is the fun part. This is where you get to recognize people in your life that are doing great things, whether they be coaches or clients that you have helped. Recognizing is so fun to be able to do, to show love to others, because I think the world needs a lot more love these days. So those are mainly the 4 vital behaviors we do as coaches. And the next thing I wanted to talk about was it part-time, building this on a part-time business. So I am a full-time CPA, and I work outside the home, normal 40 hours during non-tax season, but during tax season I work, it was 70 hours. And so being able to still build this business during that hectic time, being a mom, everything else, was definitely, time management is key. And that's something you learn when you're doing personal development even. And so you just find little mom cracks throughout the day to be able to fill in different areas of how to grow your business. And so it could be in the morning before people wake up, or in your house, or over your lunch hour. Instead of working over my lunch hour, my normal CPA job, I would take that time and actually work on my coaching business, because I knew the potential of what this could be for our family. And so taking that time away from my actual work to build my business and not have gossip talk in the lunchroom was key for me to help grow my business. The last time is some evenings. And so I've worked it out with my husband to be able to work it on some evenings that he might be working late, or that we set aside time to do that. But then also on the weekends during nap time when my kids are sleeping. I love being around my kids and everything, but that time when they're down and resting, it was time to help other people, to grow my business and make a difference. And so with that, I'm going to pass it off to Caitlin.
I'll get myself unmuted. Hello. So I was asked to just come on here and share a little bit about my story. So I actually grew up with Amber, who introduced this call. And if you don't know her, she's very modest, but she's kind of a big deal in the Beachbody world. She really is. She's not going to ever admit it, but she is. So I grew up with her in a very, very small town in Northwest Iowa. And so that's why I joined her as a challenger. But when I thought about coaching, that really weighed heavy on my heart, because I thought, you know what? My 400 Facebook friends, I don't have Instagram, I don't have a blog, I don't have any kind of social media following. And everyone from Northwest Iowa, if they wanted to do Beachbody, they probably already joined Amber. So where does that leave me, right? And honestly, my sisters and my family all kind of said the same thing. So I had very low expectations going into the coaching. I thought I'd do it more of a hobby, and because that's honestly all I thought I could do with it. But once I got plugged into this team, I saw people like me that didn't have, a bunch of followers and didn't have a crazy social media following, and I saw them being successful. And maybe it's because I'm competitive, I don't know, but I told myself, if they can do this, maybe I can too. And I started getting that just glimmer of hope of, yeah, maybe I can do this. Because truthfully, so a little bit about me is I'm a CPA in international tax working full time. And they pay me very well to do that. But once I had my daughter, who is now 2, I really had this desire and a hope in my heart that I could be a more active mom and not be gone. Because with international tax, I did have to, and it's tax, so you have busy seasons and you travel, and it was just heavy on my heart that I actually wanted to stay home more. But again, with how much I'm getting paid, there's just no way. There was no amount of downsizing and no amount of cutting costs that we could make it work just on my husband's salary. So again, it was I saw that glimmer that maybe this is where God's leading me, to actually be able to make that income while I stay at home. So that's when I started really digging into a lot of the trainings and the resources that our team provides and just running with it. I did, just as Amber said, I was vulnerable, consistent, sharing my story. the struggles, the good times, and all of it in between. And month by month, people kept joining. And it was just, again, that consistency and that build over time that allowed me to, get to Diamond by my first year. And then now I'm working on my husband's account, getting him to rank advance. And it's not just about the money or the rank advance to me. A lot of it is about the use of my time. And in my corporate job, I just didn't have that deep fulfillment filling in tax returns and working with numbers. I'm good at it, but it wasn't fulfilling. And so even as I work on this in my free time, I couldn't think of a better use of my time than helping people change their lives. And personally, my transformation has gone to a whole nother level from being a challenger to now a coach, because again, I'm helping other people. I'm working on myself in a very intentional way that helps me. So again, I couldn't think of a better use of my time in my free time that I make while I work full time. And then to know now that I'm pregnant. And so when this baby comes, me and my husband do plan on downsizing and making it work and having this be my side income. And I plan on quitting my job. And again, that would not have been possible without Beachbody. And I'm just so incredibly grateful to be able to do this business, make it a fulfilling, impactful use of my time, and be able to spend more time with my kids. So anyways, I could go on and on. I'm kind of a rambler. But then I also wanted to share another thing that I was worried about, and that I think a lot of people worry about, is not being at your goal weight. And again, baby bump, retaining water, right? I'm not at my goal. I'm not at my goal weight right now. And I think we have a lot of coaches, again, in the beginning, the middle, in all points of their journey. And I was worried. So first of all, I was thinking I'm going to build this and stay home. And I'm going to build it in the last, 6 or 7 months. Being pregnant? Are you crazy? Like, is that possible? Because again, I can't be that like abs muscle workout chick that you think of when you think of Beachbody when you're pregnant. So again, I looked at our team, and we kind of joke that either it's Shakeology or the fact that, our husbands can't keep their hands off us or something, that we all keep getting pregnant. And so I constantly saw, again, women on our team, like Bridget, who just spoke. She just had a baby and she killed it month after month, pregnant, not pregnant. You wouldn't be able to tell from her business growth. And I was like, okay, again, if she can do this, I can too. And so I went with that mentality and have been building my business just as fast, if not faster, because, you have mama motivation. I'm going to stay at home. I need to make this happen. And again, it's not about being that perfect abs and muscle person that's at your goal weight. Coaching is all about sharing where you're at, because regardless of where you're at, whether it's the beginning or the middle, there's no end, but pregnancy or whatever, there are people who are going to relate to you, your story, your struggles, and where you're at. People relate to my nausea and my cravings and everything else, right? Because we've been there. And so honestly, people need to see others in every stage of their life. And it really brings home what our team tries to teach, and that this is a lifestyle. We don't wait till, our kids are a certain age, or we, are done being pregnant. We don't wait for those things, right? We want healthy and energized and passionate to be a part of our life, regardless of what stage of life that we're in. So it just helps by proving that, by showing and sharing your journey through all of it. So anyways, I will stop rambling and I'll pass it off to Erin, who probably struggled with the same thing that I did, of feeling like you didn't know anyone past, your 400 friends on Facebook. So I'll let her go.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, my name is Erin. I am not a CPA, and I am not pregnant nor looking to get pregnant. So I do not have that in common with our first two coaches. So maybe you're in the same boat as me. But what I do have in common, like Amber, I was a stay-at-home mom of 2 under 2 so half the kids half the age, but when I got started in coaching, what I can relate to is that I did not know anyone. I'm from a small town in southeast Iowa, so the opposite corner, but still super small, and felt like I didn't know anyone. Like I definitely did not have a social media following, especially since I started coaching and my health journey at the same time. I was not active on social media. Like I was the mom that posted of my kids once a week maybe, but definitely never any pictures of me. So I can totally relate to not knowing anyone, but what I quickly found was that I didn't need to know a ton of people. I just had to have a good relationship with the people I do know and be willing to share my story authentically. And with that, I didn't want to be salesy to the people that I do know. That was a huge, like the two kind of went hand in hand. I don't know a lot of people and I don't want to spam the people I do know with a bunch of messages. So I quickly learned that even in this world where a lot of people are looking for a from-home opportunity, a lot of people even work in coaching, there's one thing that I have that nobody else does, and that's that I'm me, and that people are going to want to work with me because of who I am and how I will support and encourage them and share my own story. And you don't have to know a lot of people to do that. You don't have to have a social media following to just love on people and walk with them through their journey as you're walking through your own. So I quickly learned that, yeah, that had nothing to do with it. And it was just one of those fears that I had to lean into and get over to really start the business that I was looking to start. Also, like Amber, I still stay home with my kids and work part-time hours. I'm a little behind her, but I do make full-time income, which has been such a blessing for our family and really allowed us to do some things this year that we would never have had the ability to do on just my husband's income. And speaking of that husband, I know for myself, when I started, he was not on board. he was not like super negative, but he also wasn't like racing to the computer to sign me up. We'll just say that. He thought it was a scam. He thought it was a waste of money. He thought that it was just another one of those things. I was going to like buy some silly shakes for a few months, kind of dabble in it and then flake on it, and it would just be a waste of time and money. But he also knew a few months postpartum after baby number 2 that I needed something, and he decided to let me go for it, though he was very business about it. So if you're listening to this and your husband is giving you a hard time, I can't imagine he made it more formal than my husband. He made me sign I didn't sign anything. I did have to do a handshake deal with him that said I would make my business profitable in 6 months, or he was pulling the plug and I would do X, Y, and Z. And I said, yes, I'll do it. And now he is my biggest fan. It took a couple months to get him to even work out or do anything with me. So just know that that's normal. Like, you don't have to have an emphatic, enthusiastic yes from your husband. If he just like even begrudgingly says, okay, fine, try it, just run with it, ladies. Like, just go for it. Because eventually, through your hard work and your persistence, he will get on board. Like, if you are showing up and you're showing that what a blessing that this business and this team can be to you as his wife and to your family, it's only a matter of time before he turns that doubt into like little seeds of, wait, okay, so not only is she bringing in a little income, she's offsetting her costs, she has more confidence, she's happier. And so then therefore, when we're happier, typically they're happier. I don't know how your house works, but that's kind of how mine works. So just know that if you get a little resistance or a lot of resistance, or even, I believe Amber she bought her first challenge packet like behind Jake's back. I believe that story is correct. So just know that like that's 100% normal. It doesn't mean that it's not meant for you. It just means that you're normal. You're like most of us. And if you're willing to show up and pour into others and work this business, that will change with time. I can almost guarantee it. So those were the big like mental blocks and things that I had to overcome when I first started my business. And I can tell you that if you're feeling any of them, that's totally normal. And just know that this team is here to show you that you can do it. It's super simple, and we will give you all the support that you need to grow your own business and have your own success story. So with that, I'm going to throw it over to my friend Carla, who's going to share a little bit more with you.
Thanks, Erin.
I have a little bit different story than everyone else. I actually work, I work full-time, but I work full-time in my house as a registered dietitian. So I thought it was quite fitting that I'm sitting in my kitchen at the dining room table. And so I am a wife and mom to 3 kiddos, 6 and under. And I have been a coach for just a little over, gosh, I guess it's coming up on 1.5 years right now. And like some, I started off as a challenger, but quickly knew that I wanted to really pass on the success that I found in a challenge group to other women as well as other men and families. And my husband was initially skeptical. Like 2 of the gals on here that are CPAs, my husband is very, very budget savvy. So it's very fitting for the topic that I have because it's really talking about how we make money. So when I first approached him that I wanted to be in a challenge group and then quickly approached him 3 weeks later that I wanted to be a coach, he was all about, how are you going to pay for those shakes, Carla? That was the bottom line, because he knew once I started that I would love the accountability, support, and community, and I'll talk about that a little bit further. But bottom line, he wanted to know how we were going to pay for our monthly cost of Shakeology. And so that's really where I like to start with my new coaches, is talk to them about how they can help introduce our offerings, if it be fitness and nutrition paired together, or fitness by itself, or nutrition by itself, and how they can share that message and accountability and support with others, and they can help pay for their monthly Shakeology. So I think a lot of coaches initially start with the thought that they can make a little bit of a side income or a side gig and hustle through the retail commission, but there's actually a lot more above and beyond the retail commission. And so for the numbers, folks, and as a dietitian, sorry, UPS man came. Hold on, hold that thought. I just have to grab the dog. So sorry. So sorry, everyone. This is Bella. So anyways, so, the big thing was, how else are we going to, be able to generate a little bit of more income for our family? And so, like I said, most times it's in the retail commission that folks think about, but where Beachbody coaches really are able to gather some additional money in the business is through things such as subscriptions. We have the great tool of Beachbody on Demand, and so we do get a small piece of that commission for our customers that do have their Beachbody subscriptions, as well as team cycle bonuses. And like I said, for those CPAs or those folks that really like numbers, I'm sure they would love to go into further detail about how those cycle bonuses really do play out and how they compound. But just know there's so many streams of income in this business, and it can be something that can just generate a little extra money for helping you pay for your Shakeology in the course of the month. But it can be something, just as you've heard from the other ladies, Caitlin's going to be staying home with her new baby here soon. Erin's been able to generate a full-time income as a stay-at-home mom, as well as amazing things with Amber being able to generate an amazing income as well as being a stay-at-home mom. And so there's things, other bonuses for other tiers in the business, such as Star Diamond bonuses, things such as Fast Start bonuses, Fast Start Plus. Again, so much information, but just know you can really make as much as you want. The sky is really the limit. But above and beyond that, you have to have a passion for helping people. And that's why I started the business. It wasn't all about the money. It was about wanting to share and pass along what I've received from being a challenger to other folks as well. Because as a mom at this time of 3, just having my 3rd, I felt kind of lost. I don't know if folks can relate, but I know when I was in high school, I loved kind of that team camaraderie and that friendship that comes with that. And so I found when I became a mom, I felt like I was in my own little rowboat, and I no longer had that tribe. It's like sometimes you get into different types of mom groups and communities, and you feel like they're not uplifting. They're more of tearing people down, and we're comparing and, trying to keep up with the Joneses. And that just really wasn't my personality for being a small town in central Minnesota. And so I was really looking for something where, we were building people up, we were supporting, we were being our own cheerleaders as well as cheerleaders for others. And that's what drew me to the business, is the tribe, the accountability and the support, and that we're here to uplift one another. And so that's the beauty of our team with Ignition Mission. It's been a tribe that has been such a blessing for me, but as well as for my husband. Even though he was a bit skeptical in the beginning, just like Aaron said, he is my biggest supporter. And as he has attended things such as events, since joining the business, he's become my supporter more and more. So we have ways to be able to kind of expose our spouses to things throughout the year as well as ourselves. And so we have events called Super Saturdays that are typically quarterly in larger cities. And so, for example, in the Minneapolis area, we typically have an event in January, April, and then typically September. But then kind of smack in the middle of that is something that we call an annual event such as Summit. And it's an event where corporate puts this on. It happens to be in Indianapolis this year. And it's a way for us to come together, attend trainings, meet our team that happens to be all across the U.S., and just learn best practices, but be able to rub shoulders with folks that have been super successful in the business, which is pretty amazing. And there's other kind of invitation-only events that do come about, such as a new leadership conference that I know a lot of our coaches on our team have attended, as well as a leadership conference that happens in the fall. And then I know a number of us just came off the Success Club trip that was in Riviera Maya. And I just find that these events are ways for us to really kind of put our stake in the ground, per se, that we're really a business owner, even though our business can be built on, the dining room table of our kitchen or from our phones or laptops, but that we're a real business. And it's pretty amazing what we can provide for ourselves as well as our families. And it's been such a blessing. And like I said, it's the team community that is second to none. So with that, I am going to turn it over to the next person. And I apologize, I had my picture up here. So the next one is Amber, and I think you're going to talk about vision.
Yeah, oh my gosh, just listening to all of you guys, I'm like, oh, I love our team. You guys are so awesome. So yeah, I just wanted to talk for a few minutes just about really how for a lot of us, this business and this opportunity helped us to create this bigger vision for our life. I think a lot of us, were raised to sort of fit this certain type of mold. You go to school, maybe you go to college, maybe you are in a specific profession and you're kind of like, okay, well, I guess this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. Or maybe you're like, okay, I want to be a stay-at-home mom, and you thought that was going to be it. But then somewhere along the line, there's like this stirring in your heart that goes, is that it? Like, is that what life is all about? And for all of us who have really kind of pursued coaching, we've all said, gosh, this just came into our life for such a reason. And it was because we just wanted more out of life. And so really when we think about the vision for our life now, I'm sure if you talk to each and every one of these gals that have spoken today, they would tell you it has completely changed since they started coaching. They're able to see themselves in this light where it's like anything's possible. You don't have to live this cookie cutter life. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I love corporate America, everything about it. It's just that maybe there's also another option for some of us. And so really just that freedom and permission that we have given ourselves to have just a different kind of vision. When we started this business, like I said, I was a stay-at-home mom. Finances were super stressful. Jake and I fought about money all the time. It was just it was one of those things that was just a really big pain point. And so for me to be able to provide financially, and we were just talking the other night, we don't remember the last time we have fought about money because, well, first of all, we figured out how to budget. And second of all, we just are bringing in more than we like could have ever imagined that I would bring in as a stay-at-home mom. And so as you get into this business, it's just really cool. Like Caitlin said, you watch what other people do and it reminds you really what's possible. And that's really what we encourage everyone on our team to do, is that, you look at the success of others and you let it drive your own success. And so, the reason we do calls like this is really because we ourselves have been so blessed by this gift of coaching. And we have seen, what it's like to lead a challenger to transform their life physically, spiritually, emotionally. And it is just such a fun job. We've seen how coaching and the income has changed our family. And it's one of those things where not everyone is going to get it. Not everyone's going to want to join. That's cool, because the people that do join are meant to be on our team. And we could not be more excited to help you build that business. So really, I'm going to close and just kind of tell you guys next steps. If you are interested in coaching, what are some options for you to get started? And then please, if you have any questions, just reach out to the person who invited you to this call, and we will be able to answer anything that you have questions about. But for those of you who, you listen to this and you're like, yes, that sounds like fun, or even, yes, that sounds like fun, but I'm super nervous. I just kind of want to walk through the steps of what we suggest as far as starting. So first of all, there's probably a couple different types of people listening to this call. Some of you are probably already our customers. You are in our challenge groups. Maybe you've gotten some results, and there's something in you that says, I would love to share this with other people. Since you already have your results, you're pretty much ready to jump into the coach training and get your business started really from there. And you can continue on in our challenge groups and continue on getting results. Like we said, doesn't mean that you have to be at your perfect, vision of yourself and your body. It just means that, you understand the process, you understand your products, and you're ready to help other people. Maybe you're on this call and you have never tried any of our products, but you love how it sounds, you'd love to try them, and you'd love to build a business at the same time. Someone like Erin Novak, that's exactly what she did. And Bridget did something similar too. A lot of people do, where they join, they're like, I know I need to make a change physically, and I would love to make a change, bring in some more income. So they actually start both right away. And honestly, it's pretty cool because you are sharing your raw and real story, from the beginning. I know Erin shares these photos of her when she's 2 months postpartum. And she's like, I never thought in a million years that I would want to share that photo. But now she shares it, and it's inspiring because she was willing to put herself out there right away. I mean, her before and afters are amazing. And so if that's you, if you're brand new to Beachbody, then we would just encourage you to get started. Basically, you'll purchase your products while you go through the New Coach Mentorship, and you'll get your training in the challenge group and through the New Coach Mentorship at the same time. So as far as cost, what does it cost to join as a coach? We recommend that everyone sign up with what is called a challenge pack. And really the reason for this is because this is the best deal. We're all about getting a good deal. I'm Dutch. We've got lots of budget-friendly people on our team, and we're all about a good deal. So with the challenge pack, you're going to get basically just a perfect bundle that's going to help you get started. So a lot of our challenge packs come with Beachbody On Demand and then also Shakeology. And so the price for that is $160, which we look at that and we're like, a lot of us are like, can you believe we started a business that now generates a full-time income for $160? It's kind of crazy to think about that. So that would be one option. Let's say you are a current challenger. You already have Beachbody On Demand. You already have Shakeology. One option that you might want to consider would be to actually cancel your existing order of Shakeology and purchase another challenge pack. Maybe you want to purchase our brand new program for nutrition that's called the To Be Mindset, and you would pair that with Shakeology. Maybe you want to try the 3-day refresh, which is a 3-day cleanse. You'll pair that with Shakeology. But basically, another reason why we encourage you to start with a challenge pack is because when you enroll with a challenge pack, you're going to waive this fee. That's $39.95. That's our enrollment fee. That's going to be waived. And then you can go ahead and sign up purchase your challenge pack, and that's it. That's legit all you're going to pay for is that. as far as costs moving forward, the cool part about this business is that there really aren't any hidden fees, hidden costs. The only thing that you are going to be paying monthly is the $15.95 coach fee every month. And that covers things like your website. It covers like Beachbody ships, like when a customer purchases, they do all the shipping, so you're not having to keep all kinds of inventory at your house. Covers marketing materials, all of that kind of thing. And that it's also going to give you a 25% discount on all of your products. So once you are coach status, you will get a 25% discount. In fact, a lot of people even just will sign up as a coach just for the discount, even if they don't do anything with it, because it makes sense financially. And so that is what we recommend, is just going ahead, signing up as a coach, buy your challenge pack, and then from there, your coach will send you like a getting started email. We will walk you through step by step what you need to do to be successful. We'll plug you into training. We'll plug you into our team page. And from there, you guys, you're going to see how much fun it is to help other people and also to provide for your family. So that's really all that we have for you for right now. Like I said, if you have other questions, please reach out to the person who invited you to this or who invited you to watch the replay, and we will get back to you. But thank you so much for tuning in, you guys. Have a wonderful afternoon. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.